Breaking news. Odell Beckham Jr. and the Miami Dolphins, a split too soon? Hey there, football fans, grab your popcorn, because the NFL just dropped a bombshell. And it's got all the drama you'd expect from the gridiron. Odell Beckham Jr., yes. The one, the only, the wide receiver who made us all believe that one-handed catches were just another Tuesday, has officially parted ways with the Miami Dolphins after a less than stellar stint. Hold on, it gets better. Buckle up for all the juicy details. Let's rewind a bit. Remember back in May when Beckham made waves by signing with the Dolphins? The team was stacking up some serious talent, and OBJ was supposed to be the cherry on top of their already loaded offense. Fast forward to today, and, well, let's just say it hasn't exactly been a fairy tale ending. The Dolphins and Beckham have agreed to call it quits. And while this split might feel like the football version of a bad breakup, the reality is, it wasn't meant to be. So what went wrong? Let's break it down like we're dissecting a failed fantasy football trade. Shall we? Beckham signed a one-year deal with Miami, and the expectations were sky high. But after just 9 games in the 2024 season, he only caught 9 passes for 55 yards. That's right, you heard it, 9 catches, 55 yards, no touchdowns. Not exactly the stats you want to see from a wide receiver whose name is almost synonymous with jaw-dropping highlights. Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins head coach, made it clear when addressing the situation, it's as simple as, what's the best for both him and the team moving forward? We thought it was a good time to go that direction. Translation: it's not you, Odell, it's us. The classic breakup line, but in all fairness, McDaniel was diplomatic about it. Beckham's skill set didn't mesh with the Dolphins' offensive game plan, and both sides agreed that a parting of ways was the best route. The last straw, 1 catch, 1 yard. Now, let's talk about Beckham's final performance as a Dolphin. It wasn't exactly a mic drop moment. In his final game with Miami against the New York Jets, Beckham had 1 catch for 1 yard. Yup, you read that right, 1 yard. We've seen OBJ make catches that defy physics. And yet here we are. The man who once made the greatest one-handed grab in NFL history couldn't even get more than a yard in his last game. It's almost as if the football gods were sending a message. It's time to move on. This was the moment that sealed Beckham's fate in Miami. It's not like he didn't try, he did. But sometimes, no matter how much we wish for that magic touch, it just doesn't happen. The spark was gone. Beckham's time in Miami, unfortunately, will be remembered as a footnote in his illustrious career. The road ahead, OBJ's future. Now, what's next for OBJ? Is this the end of his career? Absolutely not. This is just a pit stop in a much bigger journey. Beckham, a free agent once he clears waivers, will be looking for his next destination. And if we know anything about the man, it's that he's not going to hang up his cleats just yet. Remember, this guy played 14 games with the Baltimore Ravens last season. And while he didn't post mind-blowing numbers, he showed flashes of his former self. And let's not forget that torn ACL he suffered during Super Bowl 56 in 2022, which took him out for a season. That's a setback, but not the end of a career. So, where will OBJ go next? Will we see him reunite with his New York Giants? Or maybe the Dallas Cowboys? After all, they're known for adding big names to push for a Super Bowl. One thing's for sure, OBJ is far from done. He's got the talent, the charisma, and the swagger to make an impact wherever he lands. Miami's next move, no tears for the Dolphins. While the split with Beckham might be emotional for some fans, let's face it, the Dolphins are still riding high. The offense is led by Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and they're putting up ridiculous numbers without OBJ. In fact, Beckham was a little too much of a luxury item for a team that was already stacked. The Dolphins have no time for distractions when they're gunning for a Super Bowl appearance. With Tua Tagovailoa at the helm and Mike McDaniel running the offense, the Dolphins are in prime playoff contention. They've got bigger fish to fry. And cutting Beckham loose is just part of their quest to keep things running smoothly. OBJ's legacy, a Hall of Fame career. Let's not forget what OBJ has already accomplished. The man is a living legend. He's the guy who made that insane one-handed catch in the end zone, completely changing the game and how we view wide receivers. While his time with the Dolphins might not have been the fairy tale we imagined, Beckham's legacy is undeniable. whether he ends up in a new city or hangs it up after a couple more seasons. OBJ will always be one of the most electrifying players to ever step onto the field. His flashy style, incredible athleticism, and larger-than-life personality have made him a fan favorite wherever he's played. So, whether or not OBJ finds a new home this season, his place in NFL history is secure. After all, who can forget that iconic catch? That's all for today. Folks, what do you think? Where will OBJ land next? Will he find redemption with a new team? Or is this the final chapter of his NFL story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with all your fellow football fanatics. Stay tuned for more updates and breakdowns of everything happening in the NFL. Catch you next time.